Okie dokie. I guess we're all right here. Well, hello everybody. Anthony Gray of Grayscale painting. I want to show you something here, since the subject kind of came up, about masking. As you can see, I got a tracing paper here. For those of you who might not be familiar with what tracing paper is, it's something like this. All right, it's very, very thin paper, very thin. You can see through it. It's very smooth. All right, there's different grades of this stuff, different sizes. This is 9 by 12. All right, which is more than enough for average size painting of whatever. Hey, what's going on, Billy? Okay, so we're gonna do a nice little tracing here of this barn. As you can see, it's extremely see-through. I'm gonna use a small ruler. I'm gonna be a little more technical, I guess, with this one, but I'm gonna show you the process. I even have some canvas here on the floor here, and I'll put it on that. All right, but we're gonna get right onto it. Like I say, it's very thin. You tape up your original black and white drawing, or in color, whatever. I choose, black and white. I just zipped it off on a copier real quick, or printer real quick, and there you have it. Okay, I'm gonna use a pen. All right, you lay the tracing paper right over it. Okay, you get to see a close-up of my ink-stained hands. All right, now I've done this barn before, and like I say, I'm gonna use a pen to kind of get the exact measurements of it here. I'm gonna go pretty briskly with it because it's not really that difficult to do. It's pretty angular. What you want to do with it after it's painted is entirely up to you. Okay, and you just match the points as fine as you can. There are some spots where you can pretty much go freehand with this. It helps keep the kind of the flow of the barn and whatnot. And it's a good way to see where your perspective is with the barn. All right, it's really up to you how far you want to go with it. There's a few spots where the angle is kind of strange, and so I'm just going to more or less freehand those spots here. All right, there's a little edge to it, and I'll even put the edge in for this guy. This more or less helps me, and it'll help you out also. If you want to put the awning or the edge on it, it depends on how detailed you would like to be with the barn. And since I kind of want to be a little more detailed, I'll put the bottom rim on this guy. Once again, it's really up to you how far you want to go with it. I particularly want to really do pretty well with it, make it look pretty cool. And you'll see what it looks like when I'm done doing what I have to do here with this. All right. Just like so. And get every bit of it that you can. All right, trust me, it will work out, and it'll help you out in the long run. Trust me. Get as many of the angles as you can. Once again, this is really up to you how you want to do it, how you want to do the shading. All right, all of it's up to you. Keeping the angles correct is very, very important. Trust me. All right. You can do this with people, animals, faces, whatever you wanna do. All right. I'm not so much going to concentrate on the on the, let's do it this way. I'll go like that. I'll do something with that later. And I'm gonna show you why, because the ground is a little different. So I'll show you a little bit later. I'll get a little bit of the inside of the barn here. But all the important angles, you want to kind of capture those. All right. Like I say, some of this I'll freehand because it's just quicker for me to do so. Much quicker. And if you end up making an error or the ruler slides, you could always kind of correct it. But then you would do it with a pencil if you're a little nervous about kind of messing things up a little bit. Let's see, I'll go back this way. Actually, it's quicker for me to kind of do the angle that way. Doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed. I think I just about got all of those edges. This part of the barn up here. And then the top part up here. Now the top part is kind of caved in a little bit, but I'm going to keep it straight. If you want to cave it in, up to you, because once you do the charcoal for the back, you know, you can add whatever little things you want to add to it. It's really up to you after that. All right, we'll put the door in. Like I say, there's certain things I'll take a little bit of liberties with because actually it goes down further. Like that. All right. Okay, now as far as the ground is concerned, of course it's at a perspective angle. All right. And you can pretty much curve the ground any way you want. I will curve it a little bit here. Something like that. The back end here, you're gonna have to, I mean, it's really up to you. I'll just put it right here and I'll just end it here. But you can have it go further if you would like, up to you. I'll keep it right around there. Now, that's generally the whole tracing of the barn. All right. It's got a ramp on the other side, but I won't need the ramp. I'll just end it right here. Okay. All right, and that's really it. Very simple. You look at it now. The pin is reflective, so you can kind of see if you got everything or if you missed it or not. All right, and I pretty much got it. But let me show you what to do with the other part now. It's kind of weird to do it vertically. You usually would do it on a horizontal surface. Okay. All right. So let me take this off. I got it taped. Let me do this carefully here. Well, the bottom's coming up easier, so I'll just take it from the bottom here. But now you can see what it looks like. All right. It is a barn. All right. But it's the barn, just a general shape. Now you can have your liberties and do whatever you would like with it. It doesn't have to be a carbon copy of this if you don't want it to be. Okay, but I'll remove this. This don't need to be here. I just get it out of frame here. Okay, now that we have the barn pretty much sketched out there. Now the ink is still wet. I can actually get away with taking this, flipping it around on my canvas, and probably just rub it and rub the ink right on the barn or right on the canvas itself. I can get away with doing that because the ink is still wet. Of course, it will be a flipped image. It would look pretty much like that. Okay, and I can do that with this. if I wanted to, and to show you that it can be done. Okay, I can take it just like this and place it anywhere I want. You know, I can place this thing anywhere. All right, and then just do as I said, because the ink is still wet. I can just take a sharp object, and just rub it, and it will show right through. Okay, I can do that. I won't do it, but I can do that. It's very simple to do so, but I won't do that. All right. Hey, passion for art, Madonna. Hey. Okay. So the tape. Okay, I'll take the tape and I'll just fold the tape, because I'll most likely probably one day use this all over again. I do try to save these. Just saves me the hassle of painting them over again and over again and over again, tracing them over again. I don't really want to do that, but I will take it now and I will flip this around. I'm flipping the whole thing around, the reverse end. Okay, and I'm gonna show you now. You can use a regular pencil. You can use charcoal like I have here. Okay, it's really up to you what you would like to use. If you have a black surface, you would use white charcoal or white chalk. Okay, anything really to mark the building. So I'm gonna just use a piece of charcoal here. It's messy, yes, and really you just gonna, you don't have to do the whole page, but you're going over the lines of what you've traced. Okay, and yes, it is messy, quite messy. Now my drawing board, obviously it's not the most even thing in the world, you can tell, but it's all right. I'll get the gist of this building, so it's okay. Just like so. Do the whole thing if you can. Get it all in there. And this stuff is messy too. Okay. I just want to make sure I got all the lines. At least the majority of them anyway. Doesn't matter if I don't. I can just add them in there. It's no big deal. This is some messy stuff. Never been a big fan of chalk drawing because it is so messy. Okay, now that I've got it painted out, I'll pull back a bit. Oh, I think we're good here. Pop the focus on. Now, I think this is 16 by 20. You could either have it that way or have it horizontal. It's really up to you. Doesn't matter at this point. I'm going to get some extra tape here and put it on. Now be careful with this chalk, because it is very, very easy to kind of mess up your clothes and whatnot. Okay, and I'm going to take 2 pieces of tape and really put it on there, but be careful. Don't drag it around. You'll definitely mark it up. You'll mess up your beautiful white canvas here. Now, if this was pre-gessled, it would have been even better. I think I'll put it pretty low, and I'll place the tape on the canvas. Now, if you were smart, you would pre-gessel your canvas or paint it whatever color you want to paint it. This is just bare canvas, but it's okay. Okay, well, there you go. Now, if you would like, you can take it and go back over it with the same pen, or you can go over it. You can go over it with the pencil. Up to you. All right, how you want to do this. All right, I'll do it in pencil or in pen. I'll trace back over it in pen again, and I'm just transferring the lines right on to the canvas. All right, you don't have to have a ruler. You don't have to use the ruler. It depends on how exact you really want to be with it, and kind of memorize where you are in this drawing. Okay, so you don't kind of mess up don't go too hard. You really won't need to for this. And it goes by fairly quickly especially if you're kind of used to doing it. You do it a number of times. Like I say, it's really up to you how far you want to go with it, how detailed you want to go. Okay. Really up to you. All right. Some of this I can pretty much freehand. Kind of doesn't matter. Just keep in mind where you are with it. It helps. Okay. Whatever your vertical lines are, all of that stuff, keep it in mind where you are at all times. All right. And be careful rubbing your ruler or whatnot on this surface, because it's very easily transferable, to say the least. And remember, keep a mindful eye on where you're positioned at all times, so you don't like mark things twice and try to prevent it from moving around. It just saves you a whole bunch of headache. So I've been doing this for a little bit, so I kind of know what's going on with this. Now on canvas, as you can see, canvas moves around. So, press down a little bit, make your mark, and keep on moving. If you tend to forget where you are, all right, all you do is gently lift up, and you'll see exactly where you are and where you're not. Okay, now I know I did the double lines here. I don't know if I went on the other side, or at least in the inside. I don't think I did. So I'll go back, I'll go over it here. So I'm trying to instruct you to do it and show you, and yet try not to mess up too bad myself doing this. Like I said, I don't know. I can freehand some of this. My hand's somewhat steady, so I can freehand this, and it just goes by a little faster. I think I gotta put these in here. I don't remember me doing these. Then again, I might have, but I don't remember going on this side. Like I say, a lot of this I can just freehand real quick. It's faster for me to do it. Now, if you cannot freehand and go across the straight line like this, then don't. I recommend you just use a ruler. Then again, it all depends on how detailed you really want to be with it. I think I did this one here. I think I got everything. We're about to find out right now. Like I said, you can just lift it, and you can see the light tracing there. Okay, I did not do that side at all. I thought I did, but apparently I did not, which is fine. And it's easier for me to do it this way. I'll just kind of mark it real quick. I've been doing this for a minute, so I'm not really too worried about it. But there's the other line. Okay, got that part. Let's go over here on this side. See, on this side, I think I forgot something over here, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, it does look like that. I think I got everything. I believe I got it all. So there it is. Okay, now if it was a harder surface, I would be satisfied with what I see right here. Now I can get away with doing the rest. I did not do the bottom. Okay, of course the bottom would curve all up in here. It would let's see what I'm looking at here. This goes further down. That goes further down here somewhere probably. But it would curve, or I can put the land there or whatever. All of this, it doesn't matter, because you can have your topography any way you want. But I generally believe I have everything else for this guy. everything is there. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next stage. Now, once you do that, put all this away. You know, you just, if you want to save the thing, all right, you take your tape and you just fold it over. Now, you got a lot of messy chalk in the back here. So just be careful rubbing your hands on it or whatever. If you want to save it for something else, then you can save it for something else. All right, you just put it away. You put it in the back page of the vellum paper, or if you got a special folder or something, you put it back there. But put it, you know, the marked up side down. Okay, so it smudges on the back cardboard and don't smudge on your vellum paper. And that's it. Just put it away. And you can use it quite a few times, really. I can get away with, because there's enough of it to be seen to do the next step. All right. Okay. Oh, she wants to brag and don't eat the charcoal, Anthony. Yes. Now you stay in the corner there, Sonia. You can stay in the corner. And see, Jessica, Billy, Madonna, hello. Billy said he just finished with a anime character. All right, she's getting her very, very well overpriced Starbucks coffee. It probably costs about $30 for a 16-ounce cup. Okay, it looks blurry, but it's not. I'll put my hand there and adjust it because it really doesn't have anything to adjust. And okay, there. All right, 2-inch wide masking tape. All right, you can use any tape you really want, but obviously the 2-inch wide tape will do this easier, quicker, and all that good stuff. Now, it's on there light enough, or dark enough rather, for me to trace over it with the X-Acto knife. Matter of fact, you can see it yourself. Okay, as I'm doing this, you can see it. I kind of eyeball the length of the tape. I try to go over the tape just a little bit because the knife has got to go over like two pieces of tape. All right. So I try to, put it in. Now remember, this is canvas, so I cannot dig in like I would with panel board or even the watercolor paper, because your knife will go right straight through this stuff. So you might want to watch that. Okay. Alrighty, got this little piece here. And that's it right there. I just kind of put it on there kind of firmly. The most important thing doing something like this, I'll zoom back in now. I'll move it over here toward the center. You guys can see this. Now it's easy for it to focus because it's much closer. Now, preferably, you would use a very sharp pointed X-Acto knife. I don't have one. You see it's chipped at the end. I would rather use something kind of dulled, or especially if I'm dealing with canvas, because you can easily puncture the canvas. All right. Now, for right-handers, left-handers, whatever side you want to do first, that's all good. Start at a point to where you'll know where you started at. All right. It just saves a whole lot of headache. I'm trying to think, did I miss a spot here? I think I did. I missed one. Where did I miss one? I know I missed an edge here. So I'm just gonna have to put it in. So now you guys get to see me trace with no pencil marks. So I'll put the edge in right there. So I'm starting from right here. Okay. I had to put the outside edge in because I didn't put it in pencil. Like so. and I gotta see exactly where I am or where that fold is on the barn, and then angle my, that's actually the top part right there. Then I come here and you're going over the outside edge. Okay, now I'm used to doing this, so I know about how much pressure to add. Just like that. Okay, so that's the outside half. I had to create that because I did not sketch it in. I sketched in the inside, but I didn't pencil in the outside. And usually that happens. You usually kind of forget if you're a little distracted. All right, we're going to continue with the back end. Give it a little press, and you can kind of hear it and feel it, but you'll get used to it. The more you do this, all right, the more comfortable you will be with it. Okay, and yes, I'm doing it without a ruler. I'm just used to doing it. If you need to do it with a ruler, do it with a ruler. Okay, we'll just go straight down like that for right now, just for simplicity's sake. And it should come right off like you see here, very easily. And you continue to press down on the tape. Just press it down firmly there. When you put medium or whatever on top of this, it doesn't peel off and surprise you and, you know, just give you a whole bad day. Now, on the inside, doesn't matter. You don't have to cut or do anything. It's really the outside. What type of hill do you want with this? Okay, up to you. You can take it and curve it up, down, around here, higher up here, have it go continuously. It really doesn't matter. You can change it all together once you get everything done. It's truly up to you. Okay, be extremely careful with an X-Acto knife. This thing will cut through layers right here. That's the danger, that's the business in there, besides that tip. It will cut through your skin and you not even know it. So obviously when you're done with it, please just put it away. All right. So, how you doing, Renee? Yes, I want some s'mores. Email me some s'mores. But anyway, there it is, guys. That's how you would mask your subject. It could be whatever subject you want. Obviously, if I just stopped there, it would be an extremely short video. I'm just digging for a pencil here. I don't normally sketch in my my scenes really, because I really don't know what I'm going to do for a scene. I'll center this right about here. Can I go up a little bit? Yeah, I'll go up right about there. All right, let's hit the focus again. Let's do that one more time. All right. Okay. So we got this fella kind of is facing downward or whatever. We can continue yonder hill. I can go from, it'll go back here somewhere. We can continue the hill or have it flatten out. It kind of don't matter. Make it look interesting. I'll just continue to have it go downward. All right, so it's a farm on a downward slope, kind of don't matter. Let's add you know what, let's add some deciduous trees right up in here. So I'll kind of pop some deciduous trees, something like that. All right, back there, kind of a simple kind of a simple, little tree thing back there. All right. What else? Who knows? Maybe, you know what? Maybe not so much a mountain, but maybe kind of a hill with trees. Like that. Kind of something like that. All right. All right, so it'll be a greenish hill with trees. We'll do that little clouds or whatever. Who cares? We know it's gonna be clouds or something back here. Clouds. All right, no big deal. Okay, so we got our greeny little hill. We got the deciduous trees here. Once this is painted in, we'll probably pop a, who knows, maybe we'll put a pine somewhere around here. Who knows, really. The main thing is masking this and showing you how to mask something like this. You can do more than one. Hey, Travel Dreamer, how you doing? What did Passion for Art say? She retracted the message. I didn't catch it. Okay, so we got that going on. Okay, I did not really tape this board to anything. It's got to be taped. I don't know really what we're going to do with this. I can't really add too much of anything until I'm done with the barn itself. All right, that means I gotta pop a light on. Let's see what Gracie is saying here. Okay, hold on, guys. I gotta let somebody know that they're 6 hours ahead, so it might be pretty late for them. Yeah, Bluto is as they used to say about Elvis Presley, Bluto have left the building. He's not even around here. So I'm gonna get a few pieces of tape here, and I'm just gonna tape the corners. So basically, you guys see me do the whole kit and caboodle here. I'll just place it right here. Basically, I'll just kind of put a little masking tape here. Now, my easel can fasten itself to this, but I would have to remove this blackboard here. And I really don't feel like going through all that right now. I know if I do a lesson about masking, it would be a very short video, and that's because I tend to go kind of briskly, but you can always rewatch this part, to show how you would do it. All right. So I got 4 loose pieces of tape. I'm gonna keep this pretty much right on the base. I think a piece of my tape fell. I didn't really want to put the tape on that paper, but it's all right. Did a piece of tape fall? I think a piece of tape fell. Kind of doesn't matter. It will stay. Usually I would probably pre-gesso this. I just didn't, but it kind of doesn't matter. All right, let's pop this light on. I think we're somewhat close enough. Somewhat. I think we're fine here. Let's put that back. All right. Oh, I see. You got s'mores in the corner. That's cool. You know what? I'm not mad at you. It's all good. I do have coffee here, but it's ice cold. Okay, let's see, what are we going to work with today? Once again, we're on canvas. I really shouldn't put this here. I should just move this. Let me just move this out the way, and then we'll put you back. All right. It won't fall off or anything. It's just I think I dropped a piece of tape somewhere. I just can't find it, but I think I seen it fall. I don't think it's on the lower corner. As far as the barn's concerned, I don't really necessarily need to look at it. I know what a barn looks like. Okay, we'll put the barn here. All right, let's mess with some paint here with this. Let's go with lately I've been doing a lot of painting with water, you know, stuff like that. I guess I'll aim this downward. We're gonna be messing with the top up here, but we'll see. We'll put the white paint here. Okay, what type of sky do I want today with this? I really don't know. I'll start with some of this greenish blue, and maybe we'll deal with a little bit of dark blue. Oh crap, she said purple. All right, well, I'll throw some purple in there. All right, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that for a sky. All right, okie dokie. I have to move some stuff around here, so bear with me 1 second. Let's push that back. Let's bring this up. I'm just bringing out my glycerin. Now, glycerin on canvas, a totally different feel. Where am I going to put my coffee? I'm running out of coffee space room here. All right. Let's see. I'm getting booed. Okay. So we'll start off with a little sky. Now I know there's going to be a hill here. Kind of doesn't matter. It will be part of the sky will be covered up from there. But right now we'll throw some glycerin in there. I'll start from the top, and then we'll make our way down, partially into the clouds or into the hill. This stuff is fairly thick. Okay. And so I'm gonna just work it and work it downward. You can see it. It's pretty reflective, this stuff. All right. If you happen to put too much of this, you have to put a really thin amount on. All right, the tooth of the canvas grabs this, the glycerin. I don't have to put it all the way down. I won't need it to go down that far. And this is canvas, so you can kind of roughhouse it a little bit. I'll bring it partially down into the hill. All right, but pretty much like that. Okay. Don't worry yourself with the pencil marks. They're not going to be seen anyway. There's many ways to approach clouds or sky. Up to you how you want to do it. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's have a little fun. Let's just take some white, some straight titanium white right now. Same flat brush, and we'll go from right here. Go up a little bit, and then we'll come back down. Just right there. Put it right there in that spot, just like that. All right. Let's have a. Well, Yeah, we'll go with the purple first. Why not? We'll throw the purple up here for right now. And then we'll throw it right into that white real slow like. Okay. It'll lighten up. And put it down there. Real lightish. Alright, really nice and light there. Something like that. Okay. Something like so. Alright. Now with that glycerin on there, it's going to stay fairly wet for a pretty decent amount of time. Okay, let's put in some of this little sky bluish stuff here, right in here. And what I'll do, I'll start from the corner, just like this. And we'll kind of play around in there. Let's take some of that with me and put it here, right up on top. And mix it in there a little bit, just like that. Pop it in there, mix it together. We got some of this dark. We're gonna nurse that in there a little bit. Keep it fairly deep right in there. Okay. Okay. I know you're pretty busy, Jessica. I know you're pretty busy. All right, let's get I'll use this brush. This is just a small mop brush, and we'll gently, very gently. Now this is canvas, different feel. I should use a bigger brush, but I'm all right. I'll just lightly mix all of this together. I got a large beach towel on my lap here. I don't want to press too hard. We're going to add other bits and pieces of joy in here as I'm doing it. We'll throw some lighter clouds in there and whatnot. Down in here, we can lighten it up a little bit. One, the glycerin's going away from this spot, so it's all right. And it's good to bring some of that sky color into the hill, and you'll see why in a few moments. It's all right if the sky comes down that far. The hill's like the tree line, the hill rather is up here, and it kind of goes all up in here like that. Okay, so that is fine. That's good. All right, let's take. We'll take a fan brush of some sort right here. I guess this is cool. No, I always use this. Let's take a slightly larger one. Let's play with some clouds in there. Let's take a little bit of white. We want to have the clouds retain some of that purple, some of that light blue. Okay. All right. And HR puffing stuff. She's really dating herself when she says stuff like that. I just want to let you know. But you know, I'm not saying nothing. I'll just take it and twirl it around like this. Okay. I'll just keep it twirling. You can have some of the clouds more intense if you would like up in here. You twirl it. Okay. And pop some of it in here like that. Yeah, come up here like this. Throwing a little love over here, maybe somewhat like that. I should put something over there near that purple. Maybe right by the tree line here. Just kind of squiggle a little bit of love on there, just like that. Bring some of that purple into this. Just kind of mash it around in there like that. All right. Okay. While the glycerin is still wet and maneuverable, you can kind of get away with doing that stuff. You can blend with the fan brush, or you can blend with a circular, little makeup brush. Up to you how you want to do it. All right. Okay, we'll go from this lighter part and we'll kind of fluff and blend. Now, the more you blend this, the more it sinks into that color. Okay, up to you of how much of it you want. Okay, you can blend some clouds in there and have it really match the color, or you can have it kind of stick out a little bit. The brighter they appear to stick out, the closer it appears, so you can get your depth in 3 dimensions without even trying. Up to you how far you want to go with it. You can change the shape of them, all up to you. As you can see, you can blend it right in there, and you can add more. Down here won't matter much because the tree line's over here. Okay, I'm wiping my brush on my towel. Get the hair out of there. You can add more clouds into this if you would like, because some of these clouds are taking up the color of that light blue, bluish green, taking up some of that color of the purple. What you see as white is not white, it's actually a very light purple. All right, you can add more to this if you want. Up to you. I can fade these even more, just rubbing them in, just only this area in here. And when you fade and block those in, okay, those guys stick out a little bit more. You see, get all sorts of depth and dimension just messing around. Okay, just like so. All right, let's go up in here a little bit and kind of press this down. So once again, the hill is back here. So I'm just pressing that color in there. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. Okay, pop it in there. Okay. Does canvas take more paint? It depends on the size of the canvas. Really, and what you're planning on covering. All right. So, even though I use this for really the sky, you can see how much of it I got left, but I'll utilize it for other stuff. All right, but it all depends on what subject and how you paint. Really, it depends on what you want to do. Okay. All right. Let's let me show you something with this hill. I can get away with a little bit of white and water. I'll just kind of sketch her out real fast here. Glycerin and white paint, not good bedfellows. It kind of water cuts through that stuff. But let's at least the part of the hill that, because they know it comes down, because you got the trees here. Oh, I think it comes back up here somewhere, way up in here, like that. All right, now it's going to be the hill up there. All right. Okay, but we want that hill to set back a bit, but yet still have a little detail. All right, so we'll block it in with some interesting. I know I got glycerin on there already. I need to get a brush taken here. This is a little too thick. I'll use this guy. This is a shorter 3/4 brush. All right, let's put this painting up a little higher, like so, and let's go in a little bit. Let's zoom in so it can cover most of what I plan to show you here. That shouldn't be really too bad. I think you guys get the gist of most of it. We'll pop the focus on. All right, okay, let's play. Let's take a little bit of this blue and we'll kind of pop that blue in there like this. There's a method to my madness of what I'm going to do. I'm gonna kind of come in here. Now I know there's going to be trees down here, so I already know that, so I'm not really worried about that. It's kind of, I know there's a big tree. It's going to be coming up above that, but I'm not really concerned about that either. Okay. Well, here, I'll do it this way. Watch what happens. I'll come up in here. Okay. I'll kind of rub that along up in here. Get a little bit of purple, right? And where's the purple? Purple's up here, right? Purple's all up in here. Okay. We'll bring that on down here a little bit. We're mixing that purple and that blue together. Just mix it in there. All right. Now the glycerin is helping that blend. Okay, now I'm blocking in that mixture right now, but you'll see what I'll do as we move on. I'll get some of this purple and that blue together up in here. We'll kind of play around in there with it. Get a little bit of that greenish blue. Let them argue with each other a little bit. All up in here like that. We'll bring it downward. Now, there's no glycerin down there. All in here, there's no glycerin. But we'll dip a little glycerin in there. Now I can take the glycerin. I've got paint on the brush. We can dip the glycerin and kind of mess around it with the glycerin and these colors. Borrow it and bring it down here a little bit. And that's all I'm doing, is taking that glycerin. It travels down here. Travels in here a little bit. As you can see, I can be a little forceful with it. It's all right. And it's going to do nothing but blend together. Get a little touch of purple, and we'll bring some of that purple back. We're going to need some of that purple, as you can see. So we need some of that mixed together. And once again, I'm just really blocking in this mountain from here. All right, I'm not worried about being too far into the tree line here or in here. All right, but something like that. Clean off the brush real good here. Let's take, I want to take a brush that just, I could take this. Will this do for me? It looks a little weak. Let's give it a shot. Let's get a little bit of, I don't think I want this. It's not really stiff enough for me, so maybe not this one. I guess I'll take this guy. We'll do it with this. All right. This don't look in greatest of health either. I want something. I guess I have to do with this guy. Yeah. Well, I don't like this much either, but it might have to work. We're gonna take a little bit of blue. right in here. Get a little purple in there. Okay. A little heavier on the blue side, on the bluer side. All right. We're gonna take it and we do little tree patterns. And you want interesting little patterns to kind of come forth there. Okay. Come up a little bit more. Like so. Come on down there a little bit. Now, as I'm doing these little texture patterns of the trees, keep them kind of rounded. Okay. Get some more paint. Don't be afraid to put the paint on there. You want kind of little tree shapes going. So as I'm doing this and checking it out here, I might go a little bit brighter, a little darker. All depends. Let's get a small touch of white. We'll put it in here in the same color. And I'm looking for the little speckled, I'll go more toward the side because I want them to look like little clumps of trees there. And what you want as you're doing this is you want the kind of the tree shapes happening with them, but you don't want the little puffball look. So you kind of clump these guys together. It just looks like a big mass of trees. All right, we'll come in here and add a few like this. Some of it's a little brighter, some of it's not. All right. You want it to look like that. You want it to kind of match your background back there, so they just appear to look a little further away. They don't have to be invisible, but the closer they match towards your background, the more convincing it will look like you know they're kind of a ways off there. Okay. All right, so that's one on one side. All right, we're gonna go over here on the other side. On the other side, from what I'm looking at here, I'll kind of dip into a little more purple, a little more green here. We'll mess around with a little kind of purplish color. We'll come up here on the top and we'll kind of get some airy looking little tree things going there. We'll come out here and do the same thing. Those little purple in there. And I'm really accentuating a lot of that deeper look on the top here, just to make it look like little trees trying to appear there. And you come down here, add more of the same. Now remember, there's going to be deciduous trees in front of these guys. Okay, but I kind of want it to match the sky more or less. Now, if you're asking a question, I will look down there and see what you're talking about there. No problem, Renee. It's good to see you. Appreciate it. And we're gonna come on up here a little bit, add some love way up here. Get them pretty dark, get it to match the sky. All right. Now, as long as you guys can't really see my head, but I gotta kind of twirl my head around because now there's trees are gonna cover some of this purple stuff I got going on. But watch what I'm gonna do here. Let's get some, let's clean this brush off a little bit. Because you don't see much detail there. But we're gonna get a little bit of white. Go right into this blue-green. I'm gonna bring it right out in here. Slight bit of purple. Very lightly touch, very lightly. I'm gonna come up in here and let's get a little bit of water. We'll thin the paint down a little bit. All right. And we'll just get some tree patterns going there. Now I gotta see. There we go. Okay, it's starting to form there, and get interesting little pockets and groupings of these fellows. And we're gonna come out here a little. Come out here. Because of the ball shape of this brush, what you want to do is prevent a ball shape look with the brush. Just like that. We touch it up there. Come on down a little bit. Turn it around. Just keep at it. Once again, they're far away, so you want to give the impression of, you know, slightly highlighted trees there. All right. Put a little bit of that stuff in there. They don't have to be super detailed because they're not really as close as you would think, and it's not going to look as close because you've got a mixture of both colors into your hills there. All right. Okay. Now remember, we have darker trees now. They're going to be coming in front of this. We'll pull back a little bit. Actually, I can take this and we can put it up there, and then I'll bring this downward a little bit. And we're still in frame. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to take what I've just done here. All right. And they're going to be pushed quite a ways back by the darker color that's going to be represented here for your deciduous trees. All right. All right. So we got this purple. We don't got much of that blue stuff left. So we're going to go with the purple. Well, the purple's opposite is what? Yellow. Don't know if I want to go there with it, but we'll see what happens. I'm just taking the dried paint off my palette knife here. Okay. We'll go with some of this purple. We'll just kind of mix it right there. The opposite of purple is yellow. Let's see what that brings. Well, I know what it's going to bring. It's going to bring gray, but I want to see if I can kind of work with it. because if we get the color that I want with it too, it's gonna brown out. That's what's gonna happen. As you can see, it turns into a nice warm gray, depending on how much yellow you use compared to the purple. And you know, there's different types of purple and there's different types of yellow. But as you can see, they negate each other. They cancel each other out big time. See that? All right, now I can add whatever color I really want to that to deepen it. Okay, and I'll think, methinks, a little bit of sap green would look lovely. So we'll throw some sap green in there. It's such a, gray is such an inviting color. But as you see now, I got this sap greenish tone happening here with that gray. Okay. Just like that. All right. Okay. I don't need it to be super duper super dark. All right. Hello, Sugar Plum. How are you? It's good to see you. Doesn't have to be super dark. Oh, is my good sponge on the floor? I never picked it up. I don't know. Did I just, yeah, I did snatch this off. There. Is my sponge on the floor? I don't see it. Let's just grab one. I think this would make a horrible tree pattern. Yeah, this would just look wretched, but you know what? We'll use it anyway. Let's see what I can do with it. It's actually practically a new sponge. I don't think I like the shape of it, but we're gonna work with it. All right, we're gonna work with this, and we're gonna get some deciduous trees going on out here. Now, when I do them, I'm looking for a very interesting shape with these guys. All right. These trees are going to be a little closer to Mr. Barn here. Okay, we're going to have a one to come up above the barn. It brings this stuff here further back. All right, so we're just going to dip Mr. Sponge in here, just like so. And we're going to get some interesting looking tree shapes happening right about in here. Now you see why you bring the paint down below a little bit. I'm going to come down in here, bring some of it up like that. Okay, you thicken it down below, of course. Down here is pretty solid. It's all good. Like so. All right. We're going to have a nice mound of tree right about here. Boom. Put it in there. Don't be scared. Pop it in there. It's like that. Just like that. Put it right in there by that barn. And I always like little interesting movements up top where it meets. All right. Okay. Get some more. We're coming shoot up right off here. Just like that. Come on out there. And I'm really concentrating on the outside edges of these fellas. We put it in there. Now I have to mix some more of yellow and purple because I don't have enough. When you feel you start to what did I mix? I mixed yellow and purple and sap green, didn't I? So let's do that. So we'll pop the sap green in there. I use cad yellow. We'll neutralize that with the purple. So we'll get some more purple, probably the rest of the purple. Why not? Throw it right in there. Purple and yellow are opposites on the color wheel. All right, they're gonna brown each other out, even with that sap green mixed in there. You're still gonna brown it out. There we go. When you deal with using a sponge for paint patterns and such, it really helps to kind of make a nice batch of it, so you can get your texture. And once you get your texture going, okay, you don't have to press as hard. All right, so you get a nice batch of it there, just like that. And really, it's a nice light touch. Now I have to position myself so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Glycerin is extremely reflective. There we go. Not too much of a don't press too hard. There we are. There we go. See, now I can kind of darken it down below a little bit. But the thing is get some of that color of the hills in between those trees there. Okay, down below is pretty, fairly solid, but you don't want to do one of the wipe things like that. Don't do that. All right, let's go down a little bit here. You guys can see what I'm going at here. Don't do the wipe thing. Keep adding your texture. Keep adding. You're gonna block it in anyway, but block it in with texture. Come on down. Don't worry about how far you're going down. All right, it won't matter because the grass and everything will neat and cover everything up. So don't worry. Don't fret about all of that. Just put it right in there. Have some of that color come through of the hills and such. Yeah, I'll leave it be like that. Okay, remember there's a barn in there. That's why you got this interesting little gap there. All right, I can probably throw in a taller tree, have it kind of go in that direction there. Yeah. All right, and let's clean that off. Now I can highlight the tree with whatever brush or sponge I want. That's really entirely up to you how you want your trees to look. All right. Let's put the sponge back here. Yuck. Put that over there. All right. Let's take this same color, that green. Let's put a little bit of red in it. Now, because you made green, you made another color opposite once you pop red in there. I don't need too much red. I'll take maybe half of that. Pop that red in there. Might be too much red. I think it's too much red to put the rest of the green in there. It's still too much red. So we're gonna have to kill some of that red, but that's all right. I just want a deeper, believe it or not, a deeper green. You're not gonna get it with that though. I could do phthalo green because it has a little bit of blue in it, but we'll just go with the regular sap green. Red and green, once again, are opposites on the color wheel. They're just going to brown out, cancel each other out. All right. So we'll just use a little bit of green in there. As you see, it starts to really darken up there. Okay, like so. Now add more green. It's a little bit of that brown there, brownish red. Keep stirring it. That's cool. Add a little more red in it though. Still gonna stay on the green side, just much deeper. As you can see the color difference there. This one has more green in it, which is what I want. All right. Okie dokie. That's fine. I'll use a different sponge. Okay, let's move more toward over here. I'm trying to center all of it. Down below here, I'll just use a different sponge. Gets me a different pattern. Okay. And we'll put some darker stuff down below. Just like this. Primarily down there. It might not be dark enough. Therefore, it's just not really dark enough. I don't want straight black. We'll throw a little bit of this Prussian blue in there. Prussian blue, very potent color. Be careful with it. I'll just use a little bit and pop it in there. Now, if I add red to this color, it will almost turn black. Not necessarily what I'm looking for. But look at that. See how deep that got? Okay. That would be nice. That's a nice little mix there. And we'll come here very light because it's thick paint, and you just pop that dark in there. Okay. And yeah, we'll come down here. We'll add some more of that. All up in here. In those nice little patterns. I need some more, believe it or not. So let's get the rest of this. Pop that blue in there. Let's mix that up. And trust me, it will get dark quickly. Very good. There. Once again, I got a large beach towel on my lap. All right. And I want to really put that dark stuff down on the bottom where the land is going to be. Okay. Pretty much what you see me doing right now. Alright, just like that. Okay. I know that's just a whole lot of mixing just for that little bit of dark, right? But it all adds up. You'll see. You'll see. We can put some, here's another benefit of thick paint and working with a canvas or a canvas panel, is that you can use your palette knife. You can scratch in some branches or some tree trunks in there. All right, you just take your little point of your, and you can just throw a few of them in there. Take it and just like that. Look at that. You can go a little higher up if you want. A little crooked, a little straight. Go way up there. All right. Come here, do the same thing. You can kind of like that. And you can have it kind of curve this way, like this. Really put them in there, thin or thick. You have them start here, kind of like that. Put some bigger ones there. You put thicker ones, they appear closer. You put the little thinner ones, they're far away. Okay, up to you. All in relation to how you want to see them. Okay. Yeah, kind of curve them in there like that. Curving in. Put a crooked one in there. Cross it. You know, like so. Pop them in there. Like that. Okay. Up to you if you even want them in there. It's your choice. Your choice. All right. I gotta sometimes get out of the chat, then come back into the live chat. All right. Let's play with, let's bring this down. You guys can see the trees here. Let's put some nice little highlights in there. We'll take the same color. Let's throw some, now you gotta be careful. I'll throw a little bit of titanium white in the mix. I'll take a little bit of that color like that, and we'll just put it right here. Now I know it's going to give me a gray-green color. That I know, and it is. That's what it's doing right now. It's got that little gray-green thing going on, and that's fine. That's cool. Okay. Do I want to use a sponge or I want to use a brush? I use one of these guys. Okay, and what I want to do is add, we'll dip my brush into some water. A loose paint, a thin paint sticks to a thick paint, and there's plenty of thick paint up there. So we'll just kind of water it down a little bit. I'll get a bunch of it off of my brush. Okay. And it's really, once again, a light touch. We'll go over here. I guess we'll kind of put them more or less over on this side. We'll go where the tree limbs are. And what I'm doing is getting interesting little pockets of patches of little tree things going on there. At least have them pass as trees. Now with this brush, you don't want them to look like little puff balls. All right, that's not what you want. So a slight touch and group them together so it makes a consistent shape, and go from there. Okay. I think I'm gonna go toward the side with it. Let's see. Let's take a bit off. Yeah, let's try the side. We'll come over here. Yeah, that'll work. I don't want them too bright. They're gonna have to be, when it's a little bit lighter, they have to stick out a little bit more. I don't want them to look like snow, so. Out here. Okay. We'll pop in a couple here. And once again, it's interesting little groupings of color that you're looking for. All right. I can probably pop a few of those in here too. Just a couple. Kind of highlight a few things. I don't want to overdo it, so. And just the thinner paint is very light touches. And I group them together. All right. And we're going to work our way over here. Very light, like that. Little pockets, little interesting group. Come down, come out, come around. And by the branches here. Come in here, down on the bottom. Add them in here. Come down below. You're not going to obscure everything like you think you will. Let's put it down below. You can see what's going on here. I'll put it right around in there. All right. Come back up here to the top. Come on down. If you feel your paint's getting a little too thin, you can always thicken it up with more white. And very light touches. You can come down and give it a little push. Pop some leaves in there like that. You don't necessarily have to use a makeup brush. You can do it with a fan brush. All in what you're comfortable with using. You don't want to kill off, here we use a different brush. You don't want to kill off all of your background blues and stuff like that. I'll use this little fella. Same color, different brush. Once again, each one of these guys gives it a different look. Come out here. Turn it around. Lighten it up a little bit. Pop a couple in here. Pop a couple in here. Give it a little push. Pop some in here. Come out here a little bit. This is not even really the main thing of the painting. It's actually the barn. All right, so we got some of this green stuff happening here. Some of it's a little brighter than others. It's all right. That's fine. I can match some of that around in here. Don't want to get rid of all of that dark. You don't want to get rid of all of your tree trunks either. We're good though. We're good here. All right. That's enough of that. Mr. Focus there. All right, come on, work with me. Let's see. Let's try that again. Focus on my fingers. All right. Okay. So this is what we have going on so far. Okay. Remember, old barn is right here still. All right. As you see, when things start to dry up a little bit here, now you can see all sorts of depth and things happening in here. Okay, well, you know, the paint's starting to settle and whatnot. Now the hills back there appear much further away because they're around the same color as your clouds, even with the mix of purple and the blue-green together. So it all kind of matches. Okay, all right. The grass or what have you, we're going to still use the same. I'm a big proponent of trying to use all the color here. Used to try my best anyway. So we got some of this green stuff here, right? All of that, we'll mix it in. Not really enough of it, but we'll play. We're going to darken that up a bit. We're going to add a little bit of red to it. it'll darken this stuff up a little. Even when you make homemade green, it'll it's still a color opposite. That's a lot of red, but it'll work. It'll still mix. And this is one base color for the ground. Now that's not even red. It's more of a, there's a name for this disturbing color. It's almost like clay. All right, we'll go back to our, actually, no, I don't want to do that. Let's go phthalo. Oh, no, I don't want that. I want the lighter blue. It's going to turn it kind of grayish, but I want this. We'll go with turquoise. That ought to be nice and unusual. So we got this mixed with the turquoise. There. What you're getting is almost well, it's a form of gray, but it is got the green in it. Very odd color. Okay, so we're going to use that to cover the ground with. Okay, once again, very neutral. Okay, it's friends with everybody. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get a little bit of. I think we can deal with a little bit of glycerin with that, because I need to spread this out and cover all of this. So we'll got a little glycerin. We'll put the glycerin in with this paint. Okay, just like that, and we're just gonna cover all of that. Cover the whole thing. One, it helps me not to really look at a big old blank canvas. There, we'll cover it right up. And then we'll add what we want to add with this color, on top of this color. But right now, I use the glycerin in the paint, just one, it thins the paint enough, and we can just really cover all of that. Just like that, cover it right up. And you can put whatever color you on top of this, and we will. Like I say, if you don't have glycerin, you can use water. Okay. Whatever kind of floats your boat. Once again, I did it just to cover all that white up there. There, just like that. Okay. So we got all that covered up. Now we can start building our grass, our layers, our land. So whatever you would like. Back. Let's get our palette knife back up. We'll work with this greenish blue. There. We'll mess with a little bit of you know what? Let's do something different. Let's mess with a little bit of this sky blue here, which is even lighter. We get a big chunk of it. I just put, that's not cool. I wonder if I can get that off of there. Nope, I just ruined it that quick. Hold on for a second. Oh, I wonder if I can rub that out of there. Nope, it got me. I have been got. Oh well. Won't be the last time that I've ruined clothes. It's a sky blue mixed in with the ultramarine color. I think I'm going to add a little bit of, because that's way too bright for me. But we can dye that down. That's a lot of color there. Where's my towel? Actually, I got a towel right here. I really shouldn't rake it like this, but that's what it's here for. All right, let's get a little bit of, I think this time I can use a little bit of phthalo green. I'm gonna put phthalo green in that. Phthalo green's got a little touch of blue in there. Phthalo green's a very, very rich color. All right, let's put that in there. Overshot big time. Not good. Oh, that's not good. Let me clean that up. Oh, that wasn't cool. Didn't mean to do that. That's when you have a little too much paint. Well, I got that. Let's bring that up closer to me here. Yeah. Let's bring that up around here. There. I got some on my other brushes. It just flew over there. Not good. Not good. Let's clean that up real fast. Oh well. It happens. It happens. Oh man, got the other brushes too. I'm glad I found them when I did. Because dried paint on a brush, that could be the death knell of a brush. I was gonna come on and paint, and I didn't really intend on painting a barn, but someone did inquire about masking. So, you know. All right, I'm gonna add, believe it or not, a slight, not very slight touch of black to that, just to deepen all of that. Okay, that's Mars Black. Clean this palette knife off real fast. All right, a little bit of Mars Black. Gonna grade up a little bit, just like that. Add a little bit more to it. A little bit more. You're not going to brighten it up once you put black in it, but it'll gray it out a little. It will still appear green. Even though you put black in it, it will still, especially on top of what you got back on the board there, that gray. All right, that should be good. That should be a-okay. Let's get a large brush and we get some nice, cool looking grass going here. Where's my brush? Where's my 1-inch? I can't seem to find it. I know it's here. It's hiding. Okay, there you are. All right. This brush takes kind of a lot of paint anyway, but let's take this. Kind of tap it in there really good. All right, and we're gonna get some nice little grass going. Let's start from over here. And we're just gonna take it and give it a see, kind of pop it in there. Just like that. I don't want really deep pockets of gray showing through because it'll look like a giant dip of darkness going into the abyss, and I really don't want nothing too abysmal. So, but as you can see, that gray that I've placed in there kind of tones all of this down. I am going at an angle. It's just continuing that downward angle with this. Now, the paint is mixing in with that glycerin gray. I can get some more here. It will kind of strengthen back up again. long as you put it in together and keep pouncing away, it blends itself. All right. Just like so. All right. I can take some, we'll tap into this. All right, but very lightly, wherever I might want the, I'll do it here. Like, let's pop it right here. But look, really kind of cutesy little light blue things happening over here on that side like that. Yeah, we'll continue it over here a little bit. But if you notice, I'm going now in another direction. Okay. Let's kind of get a little shine up there in that edge like that. We'll brighten that up over here in that corner like this. Back there a little. Brighten the top over here. Fade it out down there though, but we'll brighten up some stuff here. So more or less kind of showing you where the bright part of the painting is going to more or less be. When you see it kind of, the color kind of die down, if you're running out. Just get some more. And I'm blending it in to the other green there. Okay. So we'll kind of play with it like that. Okay, let's mess around with some more over here. Let's get I think we'll mess with some deeper blue. We did the black, so we'll mess with some blue over here. So we're going to use this color and Prussian blue. We'll mix a little bit of that up. This color and Prussian right in here. I kind of like what that has right there. Okay, I like that. So let's dip into that. And we're going to bring that over here. Mix it in there a little bit. Once again, this brush needs a lot of paint. Right in there. Take the slightest bit of white, not too much. Just be careful. Man. Just a little bit here and there. Just like so. Pop it in there. Just like that. I'm looking at some of the dips. I'm kind of straighten some of those out. I don't want it to be too dippy. Even if it is a hill, let's try to tighten some of those up a little bit. smooth out some of those. Not all of them. I'll smooth out a few. All right. People who make jewelry from silverware, pretty clever minds, very, very imaginative. Let's get our palette knife here. I'm going to, we're going to need this color a little later. We'll just kind of store it somewhere. We'll put it right there for right now. All right, let's get some pretty stuff going in there. One of the quickest and cheapest ways to make little flowers. You know what I want? I want orange flowers. Let's have some orange ones in there. I rarely use the orange, so let's bust out with the orange a little bit here, just like that. We'll put the orange back here somewhere. Okay, let's get we'll use this. Get a little bit of water. We'll put it kind of over here. Get some orange. Come on, get out there. There you go. Get that orange. Little touch of white. All right. I don't know if that will work. A little more water. Just a touch. Okay, that should work. It's a thicker orange. More of a permanent thing. Let's put it over on this side. Ready? I'm stand back, or I'm not gonna go as close with this, and there we go, just like that. Some more. Turn the brush around. Just pop it in there. Just bigger. Like so. Just different color. Different colors. Let's see if we can get eke out some more love out of here with this. And they have to kind of stand out anyway. Okay, that's cool. Just like that. All right. Hooray for orange, right? Okay. We're not done yet though. Get some yellow. We'll put the yellow right here. Get a dot of yellow. A little more than a dot of yellow. Yellow's very transparent, so you need a little white to kind of strengthen that. Okay. Let's see if that's, I don't know if that's going to be strong enough. Let's see. Yeah, it will be. Cool. Pop some up in there, like so. Put a little bit of that into the orange there. But we'll keep it around here, this edge. See, mix it up in here a little bit. All right, okay. Very quick way to make flowers, right? Hold on, guys. My towel fell. Come back to me. There we go. I want some bluebells in the back. So we're going to come way out here with a little touch of blue. We won't splatter the bluebells. Get a little bit of white, pop that. Yeah, just like that. Just get some more titanium white. We're gonna put it in there, just like that. No, for the bluebells, we'll use the fan brush. Hey, Madonna, the cows can't eat orange flower, and then their milk would taste like dreamsicle. We'll put the bluebells back here. Okay. Just like that. They're down by the edge here. Right off the page there. Right on the edge there. Come up around here on the edge, come back here, not too far past that. We'll bring a couple here. We got some aggressive bluebells going on around here. I think we're good. All right. Anything I'm gonna add next have to be added after the barn is finished. Okay. All right. It's kind of what you guys want to see anyway. All right. Oh, sure. You can leave the corner. People got a poll on you anyway. They're running bets to see if you're coming back. Yes, I'm gonna get all this mix of color here, including the orange. Let's put that over here. All right, let's get that glob of dried paint. Get that off my palette. But we're gonna grab everything else, even the white. I'll put it over here. Just kind of mix it everything. There, mix it all up. We don't really need it for anything as of yet because we're gonna mess with the barn now. All right, let's take the barn off. You can't take the barn off with this. And just slowly peel the barn. Just like that. And there you go. Now, as you can see, the barn it's there, but you can hardly see the pencil lines because of everything else that's been painted. You follow me? So the fun thing is incorporating this barn into the painting like it belongs there. All right. Okay. There's a few ways you can do this. I'm going to get we're gonna start with the dark areas first. So I'm going to get a little bit of this blue. I think I'll mess with the alizarin crimson. I want to get some dark stuff in there and some deep dark things happening there. So we got some alizarin crimson, some Prussian blue. Get some raw umber here. Just like that. And I might even tease in a little bit of orange on this. I don't know if you guys can see. Yes, you guys can see the colors there. Yeah, you guys can see it. All right, good. I don't necessarily need white right now, so all right, let's get a small brush here, and wherever I want it to be a little dark, we're gonna do those first. I'm just getting a little bit of water. Let's go into our blue. Let's go into our alizarin crimson, which can make it really deep purple, really, and get some of that brown. Pop it in there. Mix that blue in there. That blue, that brown, and a little bit of alizarin crimson. Very deep, dark color, just like this. I'm gonna mix it in there, just like so. All right, and let's start putting in the dark areas here. All right, and once again, from this part, just have a little fun. Okay, let's zoom in on this guy. We'll put him in about right here. I think you guys should be able to see that pretty good. All right, well, let's have at it. Let's start from here. Give it a little curve. Once again, this barn is in pencil, but because of all that paint that's surrounding it, you barely can see the pencil, but it's in there. All right. Now you make pretend it's like a watercolor. You just take some of what you just done and you kind of play with it there. You see how the paint just kind of fades in to the blank area there, all up in here. Just let it kind of melt into that area, and it will. I can go back reclaim some of that dark area there and just let it be. After a while, just let it do its thing and just leave it be. All right, it'll kind of make its way. All right, we're gonna pretty much do the same thing up in here too. I should use a larger brush than that. Maybe I'll use a 1/2 inch. And this time what I'll do is I'll water where I want it to be kind of faded at. I'll just use some water right in here, just like that. Get some of this dark paint, and we're going to go up here, come down this way, come back up top here, lay the darker color down. Okay. Get some water. We'll put it right about in here. Get some more of that darker color. Oh, don't go that far. That's bound to happen. I can correct it, it's no big deal. Don't like the fact that I did that, but like I said, I can correct that. It's no biggie. And it will straighten up because it's still got that water in it. It'll spread apart. that bothers me that I would do that. I'll show you how to get rid of that. Just take some water and there you go. And same thing here, take some water and just make it disappear. Just like that. Yep, just like that. While it's still wet, you can get away with that. Alright. You see, it just goes away. Alright. So don't fret. Hashtag don't panic. It does go away. I need more brown in one spot because it's a little bit too. I'm not gonna do it, are you? Nope. And I'm killing my perspective, so I'll leave it alone. I took my perspective out of whack, so we'll just bring my perspective back. Just like that. Just wipe off your brush and the rest will come up. So don't worry about it. Okay. Do I need to add anything else? Not yet. Let's get a little bit of what I don't have. I said I didn't need any white. I do. But let's use the orange instead. Alright. That turns out pretty cool. Alright, that's perfect. Now I'll need white. Your taco shell broke. Need I ask how you broke your taco shell? Do I really want to know how you broke your taco shell? Are you about to call the crisis hotline because you broke your taco shell? When life hands you lemons, make nachos. I will keep that in mind. When life hands you lemons, get the number 4 meal at Taco Bell. Yes? No? Maybe not. I'm using raw umber, alizarin crimson, and the blue for the inside here. Try to keep your best with the perspective. Alright, let's go. I still want to mess around with these darks, so a little more alizarin crimson and blue. It's got brown in it because I want to take care of the inside right in here. And I'm using nothing but paint, no medium. Like I said, I've did this barn a few times before, so you know, it's pretty fun. You know, if this is your thing, you know. Let me do something here. I know I got this. Let's wet this down here for a second. Okay, so let's put this right underneath. Like so. Just like that, let it run down. Let it run down. Just let it run down. Alright. Okie dokie. I could have done the same thing there, but let's play with the lines down here. We'll let the water run down a little bit. Remember, this is canvas, so alright. And once again, this line right here, go underneath it. And you take your dark color underneath like that. Just let it run down. Let it do what it do. And it will. Just let it run down. If it's not running down far enough, you can always help it along a little bit. Help it along a little bit. Don't worry about this stuff. That's alright. Let it keep running down. Let it run down. It'll just naturally fade away as you see what it's doing. Alright. Don't worry about none of that. You let it just dry and do whatever. It's all good. That too. Alright. Let's take a little bit of we'll take a little bit of brown. We'll go right up in here and take a little white. Get a little touch of orange. Pop it in there. Alright, get some water. Right up top here. Now I'm using a 1/2 inch brush doing this. Just like that. Get a little water. Pop a little blue in there. A little water. Now the water will loosen up what you already have down there. And you're going to get all sorts of nice little striations, all sorts of little things going on with it. Go right to the top here. Now, as I do this, I'll make another pass at it. I just want to get it close to the other there. Pop it right at there at the edge there. I'll leave it alone in a second. It'll flatten itself out, you know. Let's go go back to our darker color a little bit. We'll go back up here. Just like that. Okay. All right. Let us play with. Let's play with. Where's my rake brush? I guess I can deal with it. I'll deal with this. A little bit of red and a little bit of blue. Really deep maroon color here. Again. Really dark. I could play around with some black in there. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't think so. The rake brush or comb brush, they're pretty cool. Striations and all that silliness. What I'm about to show you. Let's come on down. And keep at it. Get some more. And keep at it. Either Passion for Christ is telling me she's sleepy or I'm boring her half to death. But if she's on that long trip, she's not gonna last. She's gonna knock right out. There. Now yes, it does look purpley, but it won't once it dries and you put the other color on. It'll darken right up. And we're going to here, let's add a little brown to that. It needs to be a different color anyway. And just a little bit of water. Our rake brush is kind of funny. The liquid is stored up top, but then it separates into these little pointed grooves. Little pointed grooves. Hence the name comb brush. But it does take a little bit of water. A little bit of overlapping there. No, let me do this here. I got the let's get this taken care of right here. Just like that. Hopefully my head is not in the way of you seeing me do this. I hope not. I don't know how many times I may have done this barn. Each one is different though. Each one is different. The scenery is different. The barn itself is different. Each one is different. Okay. Oh, dropped my towel again. Yeah, I know Jessica's she's got that long trip with her parents, so I can understand. If she can't hang, so I ain't mad at her. All right, let's go. Oh no, I don't want to use that. Yeah, actually, let me let that dry. Let's go to the other one. I got a larger. Actually, I won't need that. I'll use a. I do have a larger comb brush. I don't need that. I'll just use this guy right here, and we'll get right to it. Let's just use. There's a little bit of brown. Let's put the brown in there into that purplish color. More brown. A little touch of red. Deepen it. That blue. Mix it right in there. All right. I don't need this very wet at all to get the striations going for this side of the barn. We'll go it this way and very lightly. Gotta be kind of careful, especially with the water. Now, if you add water, you're gonna have to use the tips of the brush and not the sides. Angle your brush. Come on the other side, angle. Well, it has gotten pitch dark outside, and I gotta bring that garbage out. And of course, you know, I gotta feed Big Boy. It's about an hour late for him, but that's all right. It's not like he's missing any meals. He'll be all right. Okay, I want that a little darker up there. That can be a little darker too, just like that. Bring that down a little bit, just like that. All right. Okay, now a lot of water. We'll put it right here and get some brown there. Right in there. It's like that. We're going to glaze this on there. Usually I would glaze it on with glycerin. Don't need glycerin. The water will do fine. Right down to the bottom there, and just leave it be. Okay. Okay. Now let's get some of this. Go right down to the bottom there. Just like that. All right. Okay. You know what? Let's go with a little bit of red. I should use a bigger brush, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with a little bit of red in that brown and this gray color. Just like that. Let's see what that brings here. We're over here on this side. And basically I'm glazing all this color on the barn. Half-inch brush. I'm overlapping a little bit. All right. But you see all sorts of tones and values and all sorts of little things going on in there. Right down to the bottom. And you see the pre-dried paint isn't going anywhere, because you're just really glazing color on. And we're going to darken that entrance right in here. Like that. I don't like the fact that it looks, make that higher. Put that back on it. There we go. This has to come out more. There. Okay, that gotta come out more too. Like that. Even that door up a little bit. The door's looking crazy. All right, let's darken this a little. Right down here. Right in the front here. Right in here. Just like so. Hey, Senzo, how are you? Jen, how are you? How you doing, Jen? How am I today? I'm doing all right. I'm doing a-okay-ish. Okay, let's take some of this dark stuff up here. Then we add some grit. See, when you have a canvas, you can kind of, you know, mess around and have a little fun with this guy. Of course, your brushes are going to pay for it a little bit, but it's all right. It's all right. Let's get some of that out of there. Of course, I just yanked my brush out of my hand with my knee and it just dipped all into the glycerin. Oops. Okay, let's get a little bit of a palette knife here. Oh, let's kind of go in here and yeah, just like that. We'll marble it. Nothing special. Come here. Add a little touch here. Of course, that's why. Now, let's get rid of that. Make sure it's even all the way across. Just touch it like that. Come here. Do it again. If it's not bright enough, make sure it's even all the way across though. There. Something like that. Oh, we're gonna play around with a little bit of that here, or we just kind of come down with it. It's too long for that one, so we'll just shorten it right here. Like that. Kind of bring that out there like so. Oh, maybe a little touch of something, a little bit of something up toward here. If I can get you. Yeah. Just a little bit. Something like that up there. Just a little, maybe the tail end right here. Get a little touch of something there. Just the tail end over there. All right. Okay. This is I'm not happy with. Let's do something about that. Let's go with a little bit of blue, a little bit of living crimson. Darken that up a little bit. Darken up with a little bit more blue. A touch of brown. Right in here. Match that over here. Okay. As long as I got them matching, that's all good. All right, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Okay, let's get with our funky green color. Let's get we'll use this. Remember that crispy, crazy color of green right up in here? Remember this guy right here? A little bit lighter, but we'll add a few little bits of stuff in there because we're going to incorporate this guy into the rest of the picture here. So we're going to tap in some of that, pop it in there. It's not too difficult to kind of put the this thing in here. Yeah, get some of that color, kind of scoot around a little bit in here. We're gonna still put a pine tree in there. All right. Well, thank you, Jen. Believe it or not, this whole subject was about masking this barn. All acrylic, a lot of it's already dry. Okay, we'll pull back a bit here. You can see what it's looking like here. Back. We'll slide it about here. All right. Let's slap a focus on it there real quick. But that's what it's looking like so far. Got your hills and green stuff going on back there. More hills, green stuff going on back there. Or blue, purple. It's the same color, both of these. They're just the same color. Then we got the deciduous trees back here. You got our little trunks and stuff back here. We pretty much glazed the barn real quick. Incorporate some grass into this barn, kind of incorporate it into the painting. All right, okay. So we're gonna throw in, I think I'm gonna throw in a nice sized pine. We're gonna throw in a pine tree somewhere in here. Probably somewhere over here. But every time you put a layer of something in here, things get pushed deeper and deeper back and all that good stuff, you know. So, let's see. If you'd have seen here, if you'd have seen what this barn looked like in the beginning, I just knocked over all of my rather expensive mannequins because I keep forgetting that my where is that barn? Is it back here and there? Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's not fastened back there, and I push against it, and they must have fell 4 times today. Okay, anyway, this is the barn. Okay, all I did was just trace the thing on there. All right. But that's the barn. That's what it looked like. Okay. All right. So it's actually a tutorial about masking a subject. The original photo of the thing is this. Okay. But that's the actual barn right here. And I showed them how to with the vellum paper or tracing paper how to do it, and then after that you kind of put it on there, and then I show them how to cut it. I use the 2-inch tape, and you just cut around it, paint your whole scene, peel it off, and do whatever you need to do, which you would like to do with the barn and all that fun stuff. And in the process, knock over your action figures. Okay, let's pop a tree in there. Thank you, Travel Dreamer. It's good to see you, Senzo. It's been a minute. Anybody else pop in here I didn't know about? Let's see. Let's see here. No. Yeah, actually I did forget you were in the corner. Okay, let's throw a pine tree in there. We're gonna put one, actually probably more than one. But let's look at this palette. This rather disturbing palette. Let's bring it back down here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, this palette is kind of gross, but it's alright. We're gonna use up all of this stuff. We're just gonna like put one big mash of color in there. Yuck. That's just disturbing. But you know what? Puke green is all the rage these days, because that's exactly what it kind of looks like. It needs to be a little bit brighter for puke though, but it's all right. Okay, that might not be enough, believe it or not. And I think I dropped my, yeah, I dropped it again. All right, let's do this. Now, usually I would have I would have rehearsal tonight, but that's not happening, which is probably why I'm on as late as I am like this. Let's get a little, because I'm lazy now, and it's been taking a while. Originally, like I said, this is supposed to be a subject on masking. I think I showed about how to mask, but it ended up turning into a full painting. But we'll make the most out of it. Let's get some black, because once again, I'm lazy. It's time to go. Now, this type of tree, it does take quite a bit of paint, but it's really cool to do. Okay. All right. My late instructor, rest his soul, he taught us how to do these. We call them willy trees. All right. Willy trees. That's funny. We'll take this brush. We'll take the 1-inch guy here, and I will dip it into black. Something I normally really don't do, but I'll do it for today because, like I say, it's time to go. Okay, you gotta really pack the brush there. It's not enough black, but we'll make do. All right. I really want to put one right here, and I'm going to. You know why? Because it pushes the barn back, you know. So, and you know, pushes the little hill thingies back. But I'll keep it thin enough to where, you know, I'll put it right, like right here. Okay, we'll put it right here. Nice little. I'll do a little line. We'll kind of put it probably around this area right here, about that size. All right. All right. And what you do really is, once you establish it in there, you touch and you kind of go from left to right. It makes a very interesting bushy type of pine. Then you make it pretty much as long as you want, and it kind of rounds off there at the bottom like that. And that's really it. Need more black paint. Much more black paint. Taller trees. I think we're gonna get a couple trees in here. So at least we have one in front of the guy here. We're in front of the barn. All right. But it does take quite a bit of paint to do this. Different type of full brushes give you a different look for a tree also. Okay. So we got one tree here. That's a plain actually right here. Okay. You have one either further away or a little closer. That's truly up to you. Let's see if I can get away with it. Put one right there. He's a crooked lawyer tree. Right here is slightly behind the barn there. Well, now he's in front of the barn slightly, because I put the leaves a little too close to the edge of the barn, but it's all right. But he's right there. Spread him out, even him like there. We'll wipe some of that away, get rid of that. But he'll put him right there. All right. Okay, so he's right there. All right. I need some more black paint. Is it? Yeah, I guess it will somewhat hold together here a little bit. All right. Yeah, we'll put a nice size joker right here. he'll come slightly down there, and we'll just take him in. Right down in here, like that. I gotta put my head in the way, sorry, because have him come down below. Here, because he's got to look a little more, a little crazy for me. He was a little too one-sided, but like that. All right. Okay. I'll use the same brush for the highlights. Let's do this real quick. Let's take some of this black real fast, and we'll kind of get some shadow back here like that. Same thing here. Get some shadow going right here. And that shadow in there. Yeah. Okay. So we got some shadow happening there. All right. Okay. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I know there's no rehearsal tonight. Thank you for the message. Kind of figured there's no rehearsal. All right. Some of this endearing green. I'll call this exorcist green. Oh boy. Okay, and we'll lightly, well, yeah, we'll kind of lightly touch, and we're gonna kind of add some of this. You don't want to destroy all the black. Okay. Just like that. Put it right in there. I'm gonna go with the bigger tree next. And we're gonna kind of pop him in there. And once again, interesting little tree patterns here. Excuse me if my head is in the way, because I really cannot see because of the glare of the light. It's kind of sad that you can kind of do it without seeing when you do so many of these after a while. All right, once again, you're not destroying all of that black. I think phthalo green would look nice with this. We'll put it right in here with a little bit of titanium white. No. Yeah, just a little bit of titanium white for some highlights there. Like I said, we're nearing the end. That's a little bit too much, but it's all right. This brush on this style of tree, once again, it takes high grade mother. God. All right. Mother Mary will be doing the solo for Sunday. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I think that's bright enough. Once again, it takes quite a bit of paint. Let's say the highlights come on one side, or obviously it comes on one side. It's going to come on, do it here. some of it comes hopping over on the dark side there, but not too much of it. Okay. Okay. Same thing with this fella. Some of it comes way over, sometimes. I wanted to put, I can still do it somewhat. I wanted to put, I don't think I got enough. No, yeah, there it is. Okay, I think I got enough in there. I think I got enough. Some semblance of. I know I can do it with this one. I don't really like doing these too much on them, but some people really like to see them there. If I can get away with it, I rather not see them there, but you know, to each their own. Just like that. Nice crooked tree. The lawyer tree. Alrighty. Well, let's clean this palette off. I think we have done. Yes, I'm dumping the water. I got my Bob Ross bucket, my other bucket, my Bob Ross brush cleaner, all of that right beside me here, and dump it all in the big bucket, big trash bucket. I use rubbing alcohol to get rid of this paint. It comes right off. Where's my other? Did I drop it? Oh no, I put it over here. Bad spot for it. But since I really went in on this poor palette. This poor guy. All right. There we go. But it does come right up. Comes right off. Essentially, you're painting with liquid plastic. For some reason, rubbing alcohol really eats through this stuff a lot better than glass cleaner. You can use either one. It's just that the rubbing alcohol kind of leaves your room smelling like a hospital bed. So if you can withstand that, then you know you're pretty good. You'll be all right. Okay. And if you can withstand your hands looking like mine at the end of the day, you'll be even better off. But believe it or not, this disturbing mess comes right off. Whatever film, whatever they put on this glass palette, you can definitely see it and feel it. Because they sprayed something on this palette. But you know, rubbing alcohol like evaporates in about 5 seconds. So But anyway, there you go. Like it's never been bothered with. Let's take that out. Let's make it disappear now. All right, and well, here we go. This is 16 by 20, I believe. I'll kind of pop it up there for you. But anyway, there you have it, guys. All right, it's still wet more or less with the glycerin. Okay, that's one of the only downsides. It takes a little while for that glycerin. It depends on how much glycerin you put on it for it to dry. But it usually dries in a day or two. I mean, like I say, once again, it all depends how much of it you put on. I don't think I should have signed this. I got a marker pen. I don't know what marker pen, if it's going to be good on this glycerin or not. We're about to find out right now, right? Apparently it is. Well, look at that. You will write on anything, won't you? Cool. I like you already. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. You will write on anything. I like you already. Okay then. Wow. This is a potent little marker, isn't it? All right. Thank you, Madonna. Scrubby. Well, Sonia, I think I'm gonna have a dog house prepared for you right next to my dog's doghouse. Okay. Yeah, sure, you can leave the corner video over. But anyway, this is one heck of a long what is the name of this video? Masking video. I think I did about 2 or 3 of these masking videos. I know I did one with an animal. I can't remember if it was a deer or a moose or something. I think I've done one with a barn. And for all I know, it might be in the same barn. I don't know. But, you know, here's another barn. I think it was the same barn. I did another masking video. But somebody, once again, they questioned about how to do it and whatnot. If you've noticed in a lot of my paintings, I don't really go crazy with the super bright highlights unless they're absolutely needed. I've been doing a lot of subdued stuff, not excessively bright and everything. So a lot of different colored greens in the grass here. And what you think is black is not black, even though it's dark, but it's not black. That's black. Okay, that's color mixes. It's not black. All right. Even back there, all them greens you see, it's just different colors of green, not black. The only thing that's truly white in this painting would probably be that stripe. Anything that's really black in this painting is you're looking at it, it's the shadows. Everything else is just a mix of colors, and it wasn't a very large mix of colors here, a very small color palette. So the city streets. I'm trying to think of which one that was. Yeah, I believe it's the one with the weird perspective with the city streets, I think. But thank you, Madonna. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Sleeping Jessica. Well, guys, I gotta take this dog out. The temperature's gonna drop down to some ridiculous number tonight. Gotta take all that garbage out too. Well, you guys know the deal. I'll be taking a photo of this. I gotta make another screenshot and post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook. You guys know the deal. All right. Okay. This one here I rather enjoyed doing. There's different colors of greens. The hills are in the back there. That actually look like they're in the back there. They're pretty much the color of the sky, even the purple. Okay. So there's lots of things happening, lots of things going on there. Different variety of pines today, and all that good stuff. I'll think of a name for this thing. Okay, guys, take care. Be well. I shall see you when I see you. I don't know if Jessica will be on tonight or not, but so I don't know. And she's sleeping, can't tell you anyway. All right, now that she got that long trip home. Okay, guys, I shall see you. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.